Hey, Warrior fans, Russ W. Oker, Go Hills TV, powered by JBS. And it's time for our post-game interview with Coach Lindsay Diehl. The Warriors have ran it now to 13-6 on the year, won 10 in a row. Pick up 2 today, 14-0 in game 1, and then win the second game, 8-0, both shortened games today. Coach, let's start with the defense. You've now played 4 games here the last couple of days with no errors, and that's pretty impressive for young kids like this, especially for anybody, but let alone young kids.
Yeah, I mean, we have not been on dirt other than game days, and so I am pleased that we're making plays for our pitchers. They're giving us ground balls, and even on some fly ball stuff where I think we, again, need to get outside and work on some things. I'm impressed with what we're doing. I mean, I'm a fundamental repetition person, and we've been doing it over and over inside, but doing it on dirt is different than doing it on the floor in the net center.
So you came out, this Lincoln Land's a team that, they haven't won a game yet this year, but they've been down in Florida playing good competition.
Yeah, they got some kids that can play.
Yeah, so you knew that this would be a decent ball club, but your team took it at them in game 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pleased with our approach to the plate today. I feel like we were a couple times we got ourselves in bases loaded situations early in that first game, and I felt like we were trying to create moments to happen instead of just, again, keep it simple, see a good pitch, hunt a good pitch, and so the game, I always tell them the game's going to come back to them. So kids got back in that same situation. We were able to execute, and then we kind of got rolling. I think then hitting becomes really contagious, right? So we got to pass the bat, and I liked the way we were swinging it today.
Another big day for really your big guns. Lewis was 6 for 8 today. Sydney Anderson had another home run, had a good day. Greta Hart's another pretty solid day. So, your big guns, at least the last few days, have been producing.
Yeah, I mean, and even just everybody I feel like had a great approach at the plate today. But that's what I love to start that lineup off. Is it's scary. You got to face Destiny Lewis right away, and she sometimes isn't locked in, and she's just free swinging at stuff. She has come a long ways with that, where sometimes she goes 110 mile an hour, and I told her at 80 is where she's her best. She's starting to figure that out a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I thought that they were, they put a good barrel on the ball, and they're scary to pitch to. So.
What Bree Newton must have had a magnet in her. She got hit 4 times today.
I know. We were joking around. Right? She wanted to know what the record was, which it's not in the book, so I don't know if we need to go try to hunt that down. It's not really a record that I want somebody to go chase, but it's helping her on base percentage. So, and she's getting on, but she does. She wears it all the time.
All right, Coach, talk about your pitchers. Maddie Huseman, solid again, and Maddie Anderson had 9 strikeouts in that second game.
I felt like Maddie Huseman was much more efficient today. I felt like she was cleaner and a little crisper, getting ahead in the count and not walking. And then Maddie Anderson, that first inning where they barreled her up pretty good to start off with. And I told her she looked like she was a little scared and intimidated and not trusting her pitches. And then she went back in there and settled down. And, I was pleased with then she started spinning it more. And she's a kid that'll just fool you and miss barrels, and she did a great job.
Hustle-wise, I like the way we're hustling out of the box. We're keeping the pressure on the defense. And for your team, overall, to me, it looks like you're pretty quick top to bottom. You can really put the pressure on people.
Yeah, we do. I like, this year we definitely have more speed than we've ever had before all the way around. Like even the Destiny Lewis, who's a kid that hits for power, she also will leg things out on the infield, and she's always thinking too. I did have to talk to them. I felt like we were in a home run trot on hers. I think Yana should have scored on that one. I said we got to be heads up all the time and never hit cruise control. So our base running needs to get a little bit better in some situations, but we did good things.
All right, Coach, you're going to be heading this weekend to Marshalltown.
Yep.
4 games up there. Your thoughts on what you know about them and what you hope to accomplish this weekend?
Looking at their roster, I think that they have some new kids in there. They have actually a Centerville kid that has been out for 2 years and is coming back to pitch for them, and she was a decent little pitcher in high school. So, I respect everybody that we go play, and we'll be ready to go. And I want us to just focus on playing ourselves, because every time you get into conference play, you don't want to stub your toe on something. You want to keep rolling, and we have to see everybody 6 times. So. It'll be, I'm excited to get going into conference, but, we don't want to take anything for granted. So they've been down in Florida. They went down early. Like they went down in January and went and played some really tough teams. So, they scored some runs on some tough teams down there, and so we'll be ready to go, though.
talk a little bit, too, pitching-wise. I got my first look at Ryan Cheek today, and she came in, and I looked pretty good.
She does. Ryan looked more like herself. She's been in a little, like, she just didn't feel like she was vibing herself. We did change her motion, and then she wasn't loving that. She comes up over her head, and then she wasn't, like, clicking out of her. We're really trying to get her to drive out of her legs, and so she had taken out the over her head part. And we had a conversation a couple weeks ago where she just wasn't feeling smooth, and so we let her go back to that. And she just spins it funky. So even if a couple times Kennedy looked silly catching her because her ball will just do silly things even though she's not doing it on purpose. We're trying to get her to have more command of what I'm doing all the time because she can be effective. But it's nice that, we want to get her to where she can throw 7 innings for us or start a game and at least get through 5 for us. So, but right now she's kind of playing in that closer role. So the more her confidence grows, the more we're going to give her those opportunities. And she can swing it. I mean, she's a kid that she can hit too. And so I love when we can do that and get a pitcher in the lineup. And, it gives us some more opportunities to get kids in the outfield and stuff too.
And we got a grand salami today. Those are always fun.
I know.
Maddie Finley comes in and does the job.
She's done that a couple times.
She's done a nice job for you from what I've seen coming in.
Yeah.
It's clear you have confidence in her. It's not easy to be a pinch hitter.
It's not. It's almost I think it's one of the toughest jobs to just stay ready all the time. I try to holler at them and let them know, like, start swinging a bat, get your helmet on so you can start getting yourself mentally prepared for that. But, yeah, she's done a great job of embracing that role. And she'll work her way into, like, being in a DP too because she's got some power to her.
All right, Coach Lindsay Diehl. The Warriors win today, 14-0 and 8-0, 2 shortened games, and be in Marshalltown this weekend. The Warriors have now won 10 in a row. The record's at 13-6. Thanks for joining us on the postgame. That's going to do it for our coverage today. You've been watching on Go Hills TV, powered by JBS.